It's Michael, and just a reminder that these meditations are intended to be done in the stillness and quiet of a space that you feel comfortable in, where you can close your eyes for a few moments and relax. So if you're anywhere that requires you to be mindful and aware of your surroundings, make sure to keep your eyes open, keep alert and aware. Otherwise, let's take a deep breath in and breathe out and let it all settle. And then go ahead and close down your eyes, or you can just stay here with me. So allow for yourself to get present, to find a safe space to settle into, allowing for your hips to root into whatever's beneath you. Let the shoulders drop, and let the body find a space of stillness, not needing to be anywhere but right here, right now. And then start to connect to the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Allow for that awareness to connect with the air entering in through the nostrils and out through the mouth. Aware of the temperature of the air as it enters in and the difference in temperature as it exits out. Connecting with how the breath allows for the chest to rise and fall. For the belly to rise and fall. And from this space connected to the breath, start to connect to that sense of anger. Just allowing for yourself to let the mind tell the story behind that feeling. Not feeling like you need to do anything with it, to make it go away, to shame yourself for feeling it, but just connect to the emotion. And give yourself permission to just let the mind explain the story to you, telling its side, backing up that feeling. And then start to allow for those thoughts to drop, connecting back to the body. As you feel the body connected to that story that you were telling, start to feel into the places that are calling out for your attention. Start to feel into where this anger may be manifesting within your body. Perhaps it's in your stomach. Perhaps there's an increased warmth within the body. Check in with the heart. See how it's beating. Check back in with your breath, seeing if there's a shallowness there. And for the next few moments, just give yourself permission to feel into the physical manifestations of anger, not needing to push them away or make them feel anything than what they are right now. Just drawing a full awareness to these feelings. And now start to connect to the space which is holding on the tightest. The place which is calling out the most for your attention, feeling the most connected to this anger. And just draw all of your attention and awareness there. And in connection with the breath, begin to breathe into this space. Watching that feeling of anger grow with each inhale, like blowing up a balloon, and deflate, letting go just a little on each exhale. Feeling that anger and connection to anger grow with this part of your body as you breathe in, and letting go on each exhale. Continue this for the next few breath cycles, just breathing in as it grows, breathing out as you let go. as the body begins to let go and to settle, start to connect to the heart. And as you feel a gentle release of the anger, give yourself permission to start to tune into what other emotions might be present for you. Beneath this intense feeling of anger, is there a sadness? Is there embarrassment? Is there shame? Not judging any of these feelings, just allowing for yourself to really connect with them. And as you connect with those feelings that are underneath the anger, start to allow for your mind to revisit the story behind this feeling of anger. And start to identify why it makes perfect sense that those feelings would be present, given everything that's happened. Just validating your own emotional experience, connecting the dots. And with the clarity of why those feelings are present, the gentle acknowledgement of their presence and allowance, give yourself in this moment permission to start to connect with who you are in the world. Start to connect with who you want to be. How you want to show up for others, how you want to show up for yourself. And give yourself a moment to reflect on who you are, who you want to be. And start to connect that to a single word or a phrase. To be kind, to be caring, to be strong. Whatever it is that resonates with you and gives a clear indication of who you are in the world. hold on to that feeling. Hold on to that knowledge of who you are. And then I want you to start to connect to the impulses to action in the face of this anger. Given the feelings, the story, the underlying emotions, what is your mind and your body telling you that it wants to do? Does it want to fight? Does it want to express that anger outwardly, making someone feel what you're feeling? Does it want to shut down? Does it want to take on the pain? Internalize it? Without judgment, just become very clear on these initial impulses to action. And with the clarity of those impulses, begin to ask yourself, do those actions get me close to who I want to be in the world? Are they in alignment with those words or phrases that I chose? Do they help me show up with kindness, with care, with strength? And if they do, allow that to be an indicator that that's how you move forward. But if you're not feeling connected or in alignment, give yourself the next few moments to begin to let the mind think and start to determine what the best next step should be. The one that will allow for you to be in alignment with who you are in the world, who you want to be. The one that does no harm to others or to yourself. And as you allow for yourself to just let this be clear, give yourself permission to trust in yourself, to trust that you know what is best for you, that the expression of this anger in alignment with who you want to be is in your best interest. And with this clarity of decision, start to determine who needs to hear this. Does a discussion need to take place between you and the person who caused this pain and anger? Is there someone you need to inform, to fill in, to connect with? And just start to imagine yourself having that conversation. Imagine how it will feel. Leaning into that trust. And as you start to connect to what it feels like to have that discussion, to take that action, begin to reconnect to the body. Checking in with those places that were holding on to anger. And seeing if they've shifted. Connecting with those feelings that were lying beneath the anger. And seeing if they still exist. Checking in with the heart. Feeling the beat. Checking in with the body. From head to toe, giving yourself permission to let go. And from this place of stillness and clarity, start to connect to the space around you. Connecting with what it feels like to open the ears to the sounds within the room. Hearing the sound of my voice, the sound of music, the ambient noises within the room and beyond. Returning the breath to the nose, begin to connect with the sense within the room. Feeling into what it feels like to experience smell. And with a gentle swallow or running of your tongue over your lips, begin to connect with what it feels like to experience taste. And then bringing your hands together in front of you, begin to rub them together, feeling into the feeling of your hands touching. Feeling into the fabric on your clothing. experiencing what it feels like to experience touch. And then when it feels right and safe to do so, go ahead and flutter your eyes open, taking the space around you, noticing the figures, the shapes, the colors, connecting all of your senses to this moment, experiencing it all. And in connection with the present moment, checking back in with that sense of anger, reaffirming the decisions you've made, acknowledging the discussions to be had, and moving forward, connected and calm. We'll end today as we began, with a deep breath in and breathe out. Let it all settle. And I will see you next week.